सलाम मेरे अजीज पंखों।
You are being an arrogant. Just pick up his call. When you know you miss him, then who the hell are you showing this damn ego? His inner self mocked, making him groan. Past 2 days has been hell for him. Everything he did make him angry. He opened his phone and his eyes stopped on the lock screen. There Theon was, waving his hand. It was the picture he had taken to him. When they was writing, a smile touched the corner of his lips when he found remembering his word. Don't touch me as well. He threw it back its previous place and closed his eyes, leaning back on the chair. He was tired. He was not able to sleep without Theon. There was surely an addiction. Why did you have to say that, wifey? Jungkook groaned, taking a deep breath. How long was this fight going to continue? Well, that was in his hand to decide. Maybe he didn't realize that. Theon, Jungkook murmured under his breath. Entering the lounge of his portion, he could hear the sound of him coming from the kitchen. Was Theon back? Jungkook suddenly felt light-hearted. Without even thinking, he found himself entering the kitchen. The moment he entered, he knew he was a gone case. There they was, wearing a black shirt, his chocolate-brown locks. His back was toward him. They was probably pouring something in his dishes. Without even look at they, he knew they was looking breathtaking. Jungkook. They turned, feeling his gaze on his back, and he forgot to breathe for a moment, seeing the beauty of his little wife. The eyes looked beautiful, the natural blush on his rosy cheeks. More adorable, his solar when his eyes stopped at they, the shiny earring. His heart. His eyes flinched to his earring when they stands behind his ear, feeling shy by the gaps. He clearly started looking away. He was supposed to be angry. Yes. When did you come? His eyes moved back to their face when they whispered. Fighting with his finger, they was looking smoking hard in black. He wanted to kiss they. That insane. He had not done that from 3 days. Using all of his strength, he looked away from the calming down his nerve. This wasn't the time to get carried away. Who did you come with? Jungkook asked in a serious tone, masking his expression. Huh? Who did you come with? Jungkook asked a bit louder, and Tae lowering his head. Why was he being so rude? They thought, biting his lips. They had wasted 2 hours in getting ready, and this was they was going to get in return. His roar. Dad, they said politely as he saw watching their shudder. But this has to be done. They had hurt his feeling by his word. He could not just forget everything. You should get freshened up. I'll serve you dinner, they said, glaring at him. He was still staring at him. No need for that. I have already eaten. Jungkook left saying that, and Taeyoung saw, looking at the figure. Was he going to act like this now? Whose mistake is this? The inner self reminded, causing him to sign. Jungkook. They called him, entering the room, but he was not there. They found looking at his favorite dessert in his hand. Taeyong was especially made that for him. They sat on the bed, hearing the shower running. He must be taking a bath. Jungkook. They hurriedly stood up as the door clicked. He entered the room, ruffling his hair with fresh towel. He had changed into his casual. They smiled, realizing that they were twinning. He was wearing black shirt and trouser. Jungle have a brief look, then toward the dressing table, causing Tay to Jungle, look, I made this. Jungle came behind him and forwarding the plate toward him, he moved his hand toward Taeyong's face, but looking away instantly, watching Taeyong's beautiful smile. I don't feel hungry, Jungkook said, brushing his hair. You can try a little bit, Taeyong requested gently. Jungkook. Taeyong called when he didn't reply. Instead, went near to the nightstand and grabbed his phone. Listen, they was just about to leave when he called him. Yes, they smiled looking at his eyes. Go and change your clothes. You are not going to a wedding. Dad, why are you dressing up? They face fell, hating his word. He had always told they to get ready for him. But today he was doing the opposite for everything. He have not even prized him. They feel sad, extremely sad. They want his loving husband back. Yes, they answered, pushing back his tear and left the room. Jungkook crumbled, closing his eyes behind him. This was so difficult. His innocent face was melting his heart. They entered the room and watching the light turns off. They turned the night lamp and saw him tucking up in the bed already. He was lying at the corner of the bed. They had changed in his guest room. He didn't want to cry in front of him. They knew he was a mistake, but should at least try to talk with him. Jungkook, Theo called him politely, sitting beside him. I know you're awake, they added. When he didn't, Jungkook, they gently touched his face, and he instantly away, making his heart break into pieces. Don't touch me, Jungkook repeated his word, turning to the other side, and they bit his lower lip, feeling guilty. They should not have said that. They realized how he must have felt that day. Cook, don't do it, they said, fighting with his finger. I'm sorry. I got angry that day. They apologized, stopping his tear. I thought you had come to take me. I'm sorry. I will not say like that again. Theung added when he didn't react. Jungkook, are you angry at me? They looked at him and his head to other side. Now I can't even come to pick my wife. His disturbed nod make they feel more guilty. You can. I don't know why I got so angry. Uma was also scrolling me. Sorry, God, they whispered, rubbing his hand. Sleep. His cold voice caused they to club with tear. He was not going to forgive they. They knew that. They stood up slowly and came to his side. They lied down, staring at his back. He had again turned to the other side, away from him. They wanted to be in his warmth. They had realized in past 2 days that, like he was addicted to they was also addicted to him. They just didn't confess that. Jungkook took a deep breath and deep behind him, the teary voice was piercing his heart. He had already forgive him. How could he stay angry at such a cute wife? He was just trying to be a bit cold so that they will not say such word again. He had just closed his eyes when he heard the young light whimper. He turned back, hearing the sniff. Was he crying? They threw away the comforter, coming to his side. Theon, Jungkook called as his sniff became louder.